This is David John Marotta with Marotta Wealth Management. In Part 1, we reviewed the IRA tax laws. In this Part 2, we will apply those laws in a technique called Roth Segregation accounts. Here's the timeline of how to use a Roth conversion to maximize your investments. Early in year 1, do 5 Roth conversions of equal amounts into 5 separate accounts. You aren't going to keep them all, so you can convert 5 times as much as you want to end up keeping and actually paying tax on. Invest each Roth account in a different asset class. For example, large cap U.S. stock, small cap U.S. stock, foreign stock, emerging markets, and hard asset stocks. The 5 accounts will appreciate differently, but the entire portfolio will be fairly well balanced. Before April 15th of year 2, decide if you will be keeping only one account or more than one. If more than one account has appreciated significantly, you may want to keep more than one account's conversion. Compute your tax liability for the year and pay the tax. But instead of filing your return, file an extension. Then, before the October 15th extension deadline, decide which of the 5 accounts you're going to keep. By now, nearly a year and 3/4 has elapsed. You can easily determine which account has appreciated the most. Keep that one and recharacterize the other 4. Because you only have to pay taxes on the amount you originally converted, it's like betting on the horse race after the winner has already been determined. After recharacterizing the accounts, file your tax returns before the October 15th extension. If all of the accounts decrease in value, recharacterize them all and pay no tax. Financially, you're none the worse for having filled out a folder of paperwork. If only one account appreciates significantly, you only keep one conversion, but you've increased the odds of your Roth account going up by 5 times. The average return of the S&P 500 is about 11%, but the standard deviation is about 19%. All of the other asset classes have an even higher standard deviation. It's likely, for example, that emerging markets will be either the best or the worst performing asset class over any 2-year period. Using this technique, you can guarantee that the Roth conversion you keep will have been invested in the best asset class during that year and 3/4. Segregating each of the 5 conversions into a separate account allows you to decide to recharacterize or let each account stand separately. The difference in returns between the average and the best account is liable to be 20% or more over the year and a half before you have to choose which accounts to keep. Coupling the 17.8% tax savings and this Roth segregation technique could boost your returns by 30% or more. In the quite likely event that all 5 accounts have appreciated significantly, you may decide to keep them all. Once you've reached the maximum tax rate, the top marginal rate does not increase from there. Those most fearful of expectations of higher tax rates soaking the rich after 2010 would be those most likely to benefit from converting everything. If you're under the threshold for Roth conversions for 2009, you can start this year. This is especially appropriate for people older than 70 who are foregoing their required minimum distribution withdrawals. At least convert the same amount as you would have been required to withdraw anyway. Better yet, convert 5 times that amount in 5 separate accounts and keep the one which performs the best. If you're over the income limits for Roth conversions this year, those limits go away next year. You can convert in January 2010, and you'll have until October 15th of 2011 to decide which accounts to keep and which accounts to recharacterize. Even though this Roth segregation technique could boost your after-tax returns by as much as 30%, be careful. Executing a Roth segregation account requires professional assistance. Such a technique should be just one small part of a larger comprehensive financial plan, and you should seek the guidance of a personal fee-only financial planner and a certified public accountant who both have a legal obligation to act in your best interests. The laws are changing annually, and as a result, so is the optimum path. For additional information or a hard copy to give to your financial advisor, please visit our website.